Okay, there has been some more technical problems. For some reason it jumped. So now the text is wrong, but the guys are right. For some reason it jumped. So now the text is wrong, but the guys are right. Katson, että toi hirveä röökisavu. Jengi, kun pitää röökiä, niin voi sopitella pitää sitä röökiä, sille ettei tarvitse tuoda muistaa. Joo, joku varmaan tuli sille hönkät, kun toi nyt tää mun huone on ihan täynnä. Kuuluukohan tää? No nyt varmaan kuuluu. Okay, so thank you for bearing with us. There has been strangely a lot of technical problems this afternoon, but hopefully you're able to enjoy the stream, having some patience with us. Okay, so thank you for bearing with us. Strangely a lot of technical problems this afternoon. Hopefully you're able to enjoy the stream, having some patience with us. I think my monitor is still lagging a lot, so I see my voice, you hear my voice in a different part, what I'm seeing. So I'm not able to commentate on the shots because my commentary comes in a wrong. My monitor is still lagging a lot, so I see my microphone and my monitor are in the different. The shots because my commentary comes in a wrong. Mihin se Olli häviää? On siinä vika, siis se pyörii. Mut nyt toi monitori niinku, siinä on äänet, että kun mä puhun, niin se näyttäisi se läkää. Se on eri ajat. the problem at the moment is that the technical guy, he forgot to. There is now sound on my other monitor, so whatever I say here comes 1 or 2 minutes later now in my small room of commentary room. I can see actually now one monitor is at the present time. Okay, now the technical advisor came, and it seems at the time that we are fine with everything. Jani Siekkinen took a timeout. He missed a easy 7 ball. He had a ball in hand. He missed an easy 7 ball. Hoang, Duong Quoc Hoang has been playing extremely well. I think there hasn't been any mistakes. Or there was this jump shot where he scratched, but it was not an easy shot in by any means. Now Jani is done with his toilet break, doing his last adjustments, putting on the glove, and let's see if he can pull back some runouts and good shots, because those what he will need now. From 5-1 alternate break, it's not easy to climb up, but it's never also impossible. So it's all still in the process. A rare mistake from Hoang. Scratch 2 cushions. It's not easy to control the break. There's always a risk with different collisions with the balls, but also drawing the cue ball a bit too much, so the middle pockets come to play. That's what happened. Jani has everything is open now. I think he will go 3 rails with the 2 ball. I mean with the 3 ball, somewhere near where the Taom rack is on the cushion. Then afterwards, 5 ball is playable to the lower right. But he's too hasty. He's gonna be very lucky to leave himself open. I don't think he did. But those kind of shots with the new cloth has to be played very carefully. If it's a little bit too thick, a little bit too much, or a little bit too little side spin, this is what happens. But he's lucky to leave himself the 4 ball open between the 8 and 5. That's a bit Jani-like luck. I know him very well, have been playing with him like 15 years. when we were fixing the stream, I haven't been able to follow the chat very well. Aspekti2 asked where I am. I'm here, trying to focus on a couple of things at the time, which is very difficult for me. I'm a putkiaivo. But now I'm here. I have a couple of Karjalan piirakka there. They might also distract me a little bit. Jani wobbles the 6-ball in. Should be fine. The 8-ball is not as easy as he wishes to be, but if he plays good speed now, of course, then it's gonna be easy. But there's not a wide sector to play for, but seems that he's perfect, and it should be 2-5 after these shots. The white ball a little bit like the control is not there in a way you would expect it to be. Of course, it doesn't matter when you make the balls, but for the confidence, for the odds to make all the balls, it's of course important to have the white ball under good control. Silver Michael is enlightening people here that Qlease is a China-made China cube brand. They make expensive, high-quality cues. That is very much true. They have a very interesting actually decorations in their cues, and what I'm in love with is the quality of the shafts or the touch, the feedback what the shafts give. They are excellent. Okay, so it was Jani's break. He had a good chance to get it closer now, but he failed to make a ball from the break. So even though Hoang doesn't have a open shot or like a open attacking shot on the 1-ball, he has lots of options to play a killer safety, so Jani might be in a trouble after this shot. Would have been important to have this break now well for Jani, so the early comeback would have continued a little bit longer. Huang plays it actually a bit. Oh, that was if Jani was lucky with his 3-ball in the previous rack, now Huang is very lucky with the 1-ball. He obviously played safety. He wanted the cue ball to be behind the 5, but the 1-ball went from the narrowest of gaps to the corner pocket, and the white ball came from behind the 5, and now he has actually quite easy. He has easy 2-ball. The 8-ball is a little bit distracting his positional play, but he most likely is able to play it. He goes 2 cushions quite perfectly actually. Very good shot. He had to play it a little bit harder, or he wanted to play it a little bit harder too, probably because of the 8-ball, so he felt he can avoid the contact with the 8-ball easier that way. And the rest, all the balls are open, so this is bad news for Jani's comeback now. Of course, I should add that there is a small chance that he played the 1-ball. There is a small chance. It seemed that he was wishing to have the white ball behind the 5. That was like my first impression. But then again, as the one ball was possible, and if he wouldn't have made the one ball, there was still two ball and then those four, I think it was 4 and 6, which were distracting or like covering the upper left corner pocket. So maybe he played the one ball and was thinking that if it doesn't go in, then it's behind those 3 balls. So maybe instead of having a huge lucky shot, maybe it was excellent two-way shot. He played 2 straight. The 7 ball wasn't good, but good enough, so he had a little bit of angle and he was able to force follow ideally to the 9 ball. So it's 6-2. Jani needs to pull some sort of a miracle now. Min Quoc is saying it's obviously a safety shot. Well, that's what I thought also, but you know, world-class players, like the highest class, and if you see like Efren's game, there's lots of shots which even a good hobby player, like even a good amateur players don't see, where you can play two-way. So if it was, if he played only safe, if he only wanted to hook the cue ball behind the 5, then he should have maybe played the one ball a little bit with less speed, so that he didn't risk pocketing anything, like not pocketing the one, but also he could have by accident combination he could have made the 4 ball or 6 ball. So I give it a little chance that he was playing a two-way shot, but I of course also first thought that it was a safety shot and he was just very lucky. I don't know, you have to ask Hoang after the match is finished. Now he had a good break, 2 ball, he's open to the bottom right, and after that 3 ball to the top right corner. Okay, he had to play with carom, or maybe because of the position he wanted to play it with carom, played it ideally, has a nice angle, can play it with the slow speed, pocket speed, which is good for, which makes the pocketing much easier. Like you can see, the pockets take the ball very generously when the speed is correct. When you try to force, then you have to be sharp. The corners of the pockets are like less forgiving than, for example, in diamonds, when you shoot harder shots. I mean, hard speed, like a higher speed. But when you shoot slow speed, they take it very much more easier. Quang Tran Nguyen is asking what's the pocket width, and I said already that I don't know, unfortunately, the official width, but in my experience they play quite a lot harder, quite a lot of more difficult than the ordinary diamonds, especially when the cloth is a bit worn out. But it's still, I have now played also quite a lot with diamond, which was 425. So I would say that the pocket might be a little bit wider than this 425, but it plays about the same easiness than diamond, which is 425. Yes, Ming Quang is agreeing that maybe there's a chance that it was an intentional shot. All in all, it's now 7-2, and Jani needs some luck on his side to now survive all the breaks of Hoang also. It's not only in his own hands anymore. He does make the 1 ball, he does have a cut shot on the 2. Not too easy to play the position for the 3. Probably what I would try is to go between the 5 and 8. He goes with the side spin, gets unlucky. But with that, gets unlucky with the scratch, but he wouldn't have been on the 3 anyways. What I meant by playing between the 5 and 8 is, even though it's very narrow, in my opinion it would have given the most chances. Even if you hit the 5 or hit the 8, you would still have quite good chances of being positioned for the 3, but when you played it like Jani played, there was the center pocket and there was the left corner pocket, which happened, but also even if it would have gone to the pocket, there is a chance to hook behind the 8. Okay, Hoang is a little bit letting it loose. He could have played it slower, like a stop shot type of a shot, and leave a 6 ball to the upper right corner, but he wanted a little bit to let his arm loose. This is of course good position for the 6, or was. Now I would say he's not ideal. Now he's bit in the 50-yard line. He has difficulties to draw it on the left side, and he has to force it on the right, which he probably tries to. Oh, okay. With the soft spin, he was actually very much able to even he even overdid the soft. This Predator cloth has only 70% of wool, but they have somehow been able to produce it in a way that the friction is actually very, very, very high. So when you draw the ball, it actually comes very easily, and sometimes too much, like the previous shot, but Hoang was able to recover well from that. He does, once again I repeat that I'm commentating through a monitor. I'm here present, they are just next room of me, but because we have 2 different commentating boxes now. The other one is behind a glass window, so that can be nowadays we can commentate the table 1, or actually any other table also, through that glass window, so we can see the table live in real angles, real way. But because of the commentating noises, we have now put this second TV table which we are watching now. We have put a commentating box in a separate room, so we don't distract the players, or we don't distract the other commentating box. So I'm watching the match through a monitor, and that's why it's a bit hard at times to see the angles. Okay, a rare dry break from Hoang, and there is a open table now for Jani to go 3-8, and despite the lousy odds for winning from here, what I would encourage Jani to do is to focus on the work ethics, make the balls, which he doesn't do, which is a pity, because He anyway has a game after this. It's good to keep the focus on, not let the emotions or the current result affect the game too much. Nice shot by Hoang. This is actually okay. He gives the hand. I don't know. Does he mean that it was a lucky that the ball went in, or if it was a lucky that the white ball just barely came behind the six? But now I thought first he will play safe. Then when I saw him banking, it was pure like straight in. I thought that this was another of these two-way shots. Well, this one we don't have to guess. It was obviously a safety shot. Not sure if the first one was also meant for safety, but we have 1.2 thousand viewers, so it's great to see how active the Vietnamese fans are. I'm a former professional player myself. I used to go to Philippines a lot, and I love Asia the most, but I haven't been able to visit Vietnam. I played, for example, 2006 World Cup of Pool. There was a Vietnamese pair. I don't remember the other guy's name, but the other one was this. I hope I remember it correctly. It was Lung Chi Dung or something like that. He was a bit shorter fellow. You must know him in Vietnam well. He's the guy. He's famous for this YouTube clip from 2006 World Championships, where I was also playing in Manila, Philippines, and he played with Vilmos Földes from Hungary, and he made I think it was Duong who made 2 fouls for Vilmos and hooked him like that the object ball was in the middle of 3 balls and a rail, so Vilmos had to jump on top of the balls, and I think he was able to do it. There is a YouTube clip from it, and I think it was Vilmos who jumped, and I think it was Dong who made the safety, but could be other way around also. He was a very good player. They were semi-finalists in the World Cup of Pool in 2006, which was a big surprise then, because Vietnam was not they were not internationally acknowledged at the time. And I remember Efren was very disappointed that Vietnam lost to USA tightly, because Strickland and Rodney Morris were more scary opponents for the final. So here we go. Hoang for a 9-2 win and pretty much a perfect game. Couple of small mistakes from Hoang, very small mistakes. 1 scratch from the break, 2 cushions, 1 dry break, 1 scratch from a difficult jump shot, and maybe some little bit sloppy safety, but otherwise very, very high level game from Hoang. Thank you for all the viewers. It's nice to have so many. Yes, Lung Chi Dung. He was playing 2006 in the World Cup of Pool. And he was also in the World Championships those years, 2006, maybe I think 2007. He was a very good player. Thank you again for following the match. It's great to see so many fans here, so many viewers here. All the feedback is welcomed, and please subscribe to BilliardTube. We are streaming a lot of pool, different levels, sometimes amateur, sometimes professional. Of course, the commentating is mostly in Finnish, but the chat, we follow the chat. If you have questions, if you have anything to say, we are very grateful for your feedback, and please subscribe so we get more viewers then for the future also. The Ilkka is asking, missä näkee kaavion? Where can you see the flow chart? It's a VNT, WNT Oh wait, let me check it so I don't give you a yes. So it's vntlivescores.com. You have to register, which is annoying, but just do it once and that's it. And you can see all the Matchroom 9-ball series events from there, and it's for free. The flowchart to see the results is for that site is for free. So you just have to register once. And the next matches will start at 6 o'clock, so I'm not 100% sure. I think it's gonna be Kim Laaksonen and or at least it has been Kim Laaksonen and David Alcaide. Kim Laaksonen from Finland, he's a very well-known player here. He's extremely, I mean, he's after Mika Immonen, he's the best, or with Petri Makkonen, it's difficult to say who is the better, but he has been now living in Thailand for more than a year. He came for this tournament. I haven't also seen him play for 1.5 years, so it's gonna be exciting match against very well-known, many times Moscone champion David Alcaide from Spain. See you then. Thank you very much. Bye.